in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Bruins will put it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No games. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Wormley. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Penn State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the point after is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll go to the ground. Finds a little space. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their...
The punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the up man. with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this 1st drive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the score. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bruins. The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Sends the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. That's reeled in. It's Gilliam.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Wormley. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
This is a designed run. There he goes. Inside the 30. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
This quarterback is so unique, and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. The incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes...
He's going to let it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wormley. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Bring it out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out.
Return runs out of bounds.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Rourke. At the 35, he's open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Harmon. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Grab near the marker. It's Whitaker. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, UCLA. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Ford. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Got his man downfield. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab. It's Wormley. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
And the Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Turning it on. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gives them some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line. The Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Rourke. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. He's going for it all. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Bruins! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Caught behind the line. It's Gilliam. Oh, he's got some space. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
On first down from their own 22. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's White. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
He's in open space downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over Florida State. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Catch in the middle, it's Whitaker. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness.
And they're going to try it again. It's another fake. He goes down for a loss on the return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Well, they thought they had the look they wanted for a fake punt there, but the defense was just way too alert. Give them credit for getting the stop, and now they set their offense up in great field position.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running...
He caught it!
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the...
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. There he goes! And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
Under fire. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
To the air on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Misfired on first down. Back to the air on second. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Wants to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's White. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's 4. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. They'll try the outside to the left. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Catch in the middle. It's Ford. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that lead grows even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next. Looking for a man. It's Tolzien. Fires to the big fella. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Oh, they're after him! Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses, too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. Got to be able to deliver strikes through the air. And this guy right now is doing just that.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the the start they hoped for. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! The defense takes matters into its own hands. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Tolzien. Right on the money. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Bruins have moved it inside the 20. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, UCLA. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. He'll start this drive firing. Bringing the heat. Gets rid of it. Got it in the middle, it's Hayes. Breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rough 3rd and goal coming. They just keep firing. Grabbed in the backfield. It's 4. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down. Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Rush is on him. They get to him as he throws. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. To the air, it's Tolzien. Buys a little extra time. Going to try to get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use his speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Back to pass on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Throws to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And the Bruins want to move quickly.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got his man on the way. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
And the Bruins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Tolzien. Got a man. Touchdown, Bruins! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Coming out with it, it's Ford. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They go to the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. Two good plays. Now third down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's a return from midfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down one possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Tolzien. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
This team right now showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
And this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. It's complete to the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
They get the completion, and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock. But what's really important now is it's fourth down, and that made it more manageable. But obviously, the clock is not as important as making sure you get this fourth down conversion.
And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Finding an escape route.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Caught in the backfield. It's 4. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love it when they slip it to the fullback. He's a guy that, blocks a lot, so always in the box blocking, and then you sneak in by those linebackers and try to give him a touch or two to get some positive yards.
To the air on second down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing it. Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short, because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Off the play fake on first down, to throw. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They move on top here in the 4th. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They're going to ride this running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, it's a nice pickup on the play by the tight end there, but how about that massive hit on defense, keeping the tight end short of picking up that first down?
The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to throw, it's Tolzien. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Harmon. Across the 25. He's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Bruins! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll take another shot here. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out.